Hello folks, Noel here from Cars with Character again. Now, this is something that I bought for myself and packed away at the back of my unit, and I had no intention of selling, and it may still go nowhere because I'm still undecided, quite honestly. Volkswagens were my first cars, and GTIs were what I always dreamed about, but could not afford and certainly couldn't insure. So a couple of years ago when this came available, well, I jumped at it, and I put it away with the intention of enjoying it at some stage, and certainly looking at it as a long-term investment, I suppose, more than anything else. What it is, it's a 1.8 turbo, so it has the right engine for this Mark 4 body. It's the 3-door, which is the more desirable body shape. Tornado red, which is my favorite color, and it looks amazing in it. And it's got the Recaro interior front and rear, and it's the original Recaro. This is the spec. The car came from the factory. I bought it late 2018. The last owner had it since 2007, I believe, and it was actually the chap's daily driver, but he loved it. It was his pride and joy, it was his baby, so he looked after it as such. It was off the road for a couple of years while he travelled in Australia, but actually the car just got whatever it needed. So as I said, it was local, and I jumped at the chance, so and put it away. But it's up for sale, so it's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good for a Mark 4. And as I said, specification wise, if you were wanting a Mark 4 GTI, this is really what you would want. Some people say, oh, I'd rather have black. No, black looks rubbish, particularly when dirty. This always looks good. It's in a traditional colour for Vw Golf Gtis. Okay, there was Mars red on the Mark 1, but Tornado red was on the Mark 2 GTI, and I believe actually in the Mark 3 as well. So the colour kept going all the way through. It's got 122,192 miles, I believe. It isn't currently MOT'd. It will be MOT'd. I'm having it serviced, and I'm having an MOT done on it. And if it needs anything doing during the MOT to get the MOT done, that'll be down to me. That'll be that cost for me. It has a pair of Michelin tires at the front, a pair of Landsail, I believe, at the back. Decent tread, I'll show you them all. Decent tread in them all. Brakes are oldish, but work, and there's no lights for warnings. But as I said, if anything throws up in the MOT, if it needs pads or whatever, it'll get those. It's, as it came to me, I haven't validated. It would benefit from a nice valley on the inside, certainly. And whilst I have cleaned the outside of it, again, it would benefit from somebody who was going to do a bit of detailing, could be into that. And longer term, if I was keeping it myself and putting it back on the road, I would refurbish the wheels, or buy a set of Montreals that have been refurbished and swap them over, sell those, because chances are on eBay you'll find a set for a couple of £100 with tires and everything done, wheels refurbished. Okay, so where are we? Start at the front. I've gabbered for 3.5 minutes. As I said, it's not perfect, so you know, we'll go around, we'll find fault, but look, it's a Y reg. You're going to find fault right away. Stone chips at the front. You'll see some marks along the front bumper, some marks in the bonnet, and there's a small crack here, bit missing out of the GTI, but that's the original GTI badge. We'll move along. As I said, Michelin tire. See the brake disc through it. Good tread. We'll really benefit from refurb. It's acceptable, but I mean, for making this car into the show car that it really could be, you would do that. The only other issue is the tops of the wing mirror caps have lacquer peel, and one of the mouldings, which is these, has the same on the driver's side. Not a big issue. I believe there's one spot in the roof. Yeah, one wee little spot there. There's me pointing out to you stuff that on a almost 20-year-old car is ridiculous, but the point is you're wanting to make this car as good as it can be, so that would be the thing that I would do. And they pop off those moulds. I mean, there's some chips there So easy to do, some chips on that. Rear wheel, brake disc pad, good tread on that. And we'll look down the length. There's a couple of marks there on the back wheel arch. And we'll look up underneath this. I mean, I can see a couple of spots of rust on the car and I'll point them out to you. And not this side. Okay. The roof as well, I suppose we'll go up here when we're up here. It's all good too. Boot, rear bumper, a few marks in the rear bumper. Well, the rear wheel, I mean, it even had the caps, the plastic caps that like tended to all get lost. It has a set of lock and wheel bolts on it as well. Rear tire, good tread. Let's see, so here we go, a couple of marks of rust. There's one, where are we? That there, and it's solid. I mean, I'm pressing on that, it's solid. And one there, and again I'm pressing on that, and it's solid. So you're seeing this now with the lacquers off it. Looks crap. Up close it looks crap. Come away from it, you don't notice it in the same way. Same with this. I mean, it's a solid colour so you can polish it up. I'm pointing it out because I want people to, quite honestly, do what I was going to do with this car and make it the immaculate thing that it should be. This is nothing. It's not a full repaint. It's not a car that needs that sort of work. Front wheel, wheel caps, Michelin tire, bit of tread. And again, we'll look down here and we'll do this. And we'll do the arch. We'll do it down. And the arch again. And I noticed when I was cleaning today, there's like a tiny bit of touched in bubble in here. Can you see that? Very, very fine. And that's the car. I mean, I don't need to say anything else, what it's missing, what it's not, etc, etc. The door has dropped a little bit, so it catches. So that's only literally a case of a bit of adjustment on the door here. That's just from use. Okay. Has it had paint? Yes, it has had paint. It's, as I said, it's 20 years old. I can see here, a little bit here on the back bumper. I know that there was repair work because they tend to corrode around the back handle. And I know that the chap that last owned it spent £200 or £300 having that professionally touched in and painted and repaired with a new lock. The door has seen a little bit of paint there. Elsewhere, I don't know. I mean, yes, I'm sure it probably has. So I'm not going to tell you it's original paint everywhere, but by and large it looks like it is original paint everywhere. There is just little places on it. But somebody who would spend time will be able to perfect that and make it just overall just a very impressive car. Okay, folks. Thank you. We'll look on the inside next. Hello, right, that's us. We're inside the Mk4 Gti. So original door cards as well. A little bit of wear there, cracking, but it's the original. Or is there? Yep, yeah, there is. Sorry, I didn't want to say it. It's like the dark wood, like a dark walnutty black wood. Same with the gear stick. So the original gear stick, the original fascias, the original leather steering wheel. It's quite nice condition. As I said, yes, would benefit from a valet, but it would clean up like amazingly. But the original Recaro seat, bolsters hard. That's a little bit soft from getting in and out, but by and large it's hard. Just a little bit of there, but there's no holes. There's no patches. and the mechanism works. Into the back, I have the Recaro seats in there as well, and the mats, and the GTI floor mats underneath. Okay. Passenger door, passenger seat, headlining's all good, it's not sagging. Seat mechanism works again, and you notice that there actually has on the inside too a seat mechanism for lifting for both, so which is very good. Okay, we'll do an engine start and we'll check the boot in a wee second. 1 second. Yes, do that. There we go. The boot, the original parcel shelf as well. So it's not been a modified car, it's not been hacked out, it's not been messed around with. You're buying an original car. No speakers in the back. Cut out 6x9s. And that actually looks like the original spare tire too. It still has the colour marks on the centre, so it's like it hasn't been used. Original floor mats. Original boot mat, should I say. Okay. Do engine start next, thank you. Okay guys, so we've got the engine start. Now, confession time for me, the battery has been flat, so I have it on a jump pack. So we can do this. The car is being serviced tomorrow and a new MOT will go on to it, so it's going to be put on the trickle charge again overnight. Just the battery, it's been sitting out and should have been on a trickle charge, but that's been my fault. But with all the lights on, what we'll get left with a handbrake light. There you go. Nothing else. Very childish, but you get the idea. This isn't safe mode. The radio code. Oh, it's not actually. There we go. I've done that the last time. CD player, air conditioning. It's not blowing the coldest. It's not a big deal. I will get that regassed and it should be okay because it was cold when I put the car away. So it's literally just a case of needing regassed. I know a lot of people say that, but I'm confident that that's what the issue is. Fuel release. 5-speed gearbox. It's a little faded, but you can see. Passenger airbag. And as I said, you've no lights. You know. Oh, so the electric windows, they work. I had them down for the pictures. And down again. So, you know, it's a very good car. There's the fan and all the settings. The lights, the blue dash, that was a sign of the Mark IV. Orange, you'll not be able to see it because it's not dark enough yet, I would say, but let's see. We'll try it for you. Not really, but and there's the fuel, the trip computer, all working. Indicators, horn. I've tried the lights and I'm not going to do the washers because I've dragged the car and I'm not going to do it again. It's all good. Anybody that's buying this will see it for what I seen it for, which is just such a good car. An excellent base, not a rusty, ragged Mark IV. Was the Mark IV GTI the best that ever was? No, it wasn't, far from it. I'll be the first to admit that. But for a 20-year-old VW Golf GTI, a 1.8 turbo, 150 horsepower, so the red GTI, the Recaro interior, a 3-door, and it's in tornado red. Amazing. Okay folks, thanks very much.